Hey, what's up all my YouTube fans? This is your boy DJ Troy. You know what time it is. You know, just chilling on this Monday morning. So, I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Give my opinions. If you like it, fine. If you don't, fine. Share it. Show me some love. First of all, I'd like to shout out to all of my peoples from all over the world that's been showing me love. All my fans in India, all over South Asia, Japan, wherever. You know what I mean? It's too many of y'all. Just know that I appreciate the love, okay? Thank you again for watching. So, the first topic that I'll be talking about, of course, is the big international story, which is the celebration of the 25th year of the Berlin Wall being separated. For those people who aren't familiar with the situation, what happened is that there was a wall set up that separated, you know, East and West Germany, one communist, one not. And a lot of people used to go through that wall in order to escape communism, which was East Germany. But eventually, President Reagan and a lot of diplomatic intervention, you know, created a situation where, you know, the leadership at that time, which is Mr. Gorbachev, had nothing left basically to say, well, okay, he's going to keep up the wall. So, you know, the president at that time, Mr. Ronald Reagan, you see the big clip, Gorbachev, tear that wall down. So, hey, 25 years later, we have a united Germany, and the wall that separated that country and divided them is no longer there, and it was a great big celebration. So shout out to Germany, shout out to, you know, them for, you know, all the leadership that's been able to keep Germany going. And Germany is like one of the biggest, if not the best, economically developed nations in the world today. You know, and of course there's other issues with Germany, but you know, we're not going to talk about that right now. So moving on to my favorite topic. I know my fans don't like this, but of course it's the Kardashians. You know, what's been going on with the Kardashians? Well, as we know, the lovely Kris Jenner, she is now dating a gentleman, a much younger gentleman, it seems like. And apparently it's causing like a whole little uproar on the internet. And it's, you know, creating, you know, oh, she's too old and she should be at home, she should be retired, and blah, blah, blah. People, let Kris Jenner live her life. Let the Kardashian continue winning. You know, we love them, of course. My favorite Kardashian is always going to be Khloe. I continue to root for her. I wish her nothing but the best. And she's dating, you know, one of my favorite rappers, which is French Montana. So, hey, let them continue to win. Let them do what they have to do. And that's the end of my discussion of the Kardashians. Quick and sweet, right? Moving on to a tragic situation. For those people who are familiar with this speaker from, I think his original country is from Barbados. He's a gospel teacher, and he was apparently going to a leadership conference in the Bahamas, and the plane crashed. And today, many Christians all over the world are waking up stunned that Mr. Myles has passed away and he has died. And for those people who aren't familiar with his work, I'm going to put a link under the information of this video, and you'll get to read up and to see, you know, what exactly he did. His work covered the gamut of, you know, topics from marital issues to relationship issues, issue involving, you know, people working together. He was just a prolific speaker, and I think it is a great loss, not only to the Christian community, but to the entire world, that we lost such an exceptional man. Many people also died in that plane crash, and it was just a tragic event that happened. So, you know, special shout outs to Mr. Myles' entire family, to the entire world who is mourning the loss of this great preacher slash teacher slash evangelist slash man of God slash, you know, a man who tried to do his best while he was here. And again, it's always a constant reminder to say that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, always remember that tomorrow is not guaranteed for no one. Doesn't matter how much good you've done, doesn't matter where you've been, tomorrow is not guaranteed for anyone. Moving on now to another topic. As people have seen all over the internet, there's a viral video that's been going around where a girl was basically on the train, you know, harassing this guy about the clothes he wear, his sneakers, and, you know, where he has been, and, you know, just a lot of harsh words. So the video continues. This young lady was acting crazy, cursing, blah, blah, blah. The man was cursing her back too. Video continues, and eventually she ended up hitting the guy, and the guy gave her a slap. And as the Daily News, New York Daily News reported, it was a slap that was heard around the world. Now, my thing to all my viewers out there, when exactly is it okay to hit a woman? When is it right, or is it ever right? I sort of have kind of mixed emotions about this. You know, we live in a society where domestic violence is such a huge problem. It doesn't reflect class. It doesn't reflect nothing. Everybody is exposed to domestic violence. Rich, poor, indifferent, everyone gets beaten. Okay, it doesn't, you know, it's no respecter of continent, no respecter of religion, no respecter of anything. Everybody across the world, in some part of time and some way, you know, people are getting beaten at home. Husband and wives are beating each other. Okay, it is what it is. So, at what point in time is it okay to hit a woman back, you know, for a man to do it? And for me, I will always leave that situation up to the individual themselves, because some situation calls for you to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real here for a second. You know, you're sitting on the train and someone attacks you, a woman attacks you, and you're a man. What, you're going to just sit there and just take it all? Or are you going to defend yourself? You know, it all, you know, depending on the situation, you have to deal with it accordingly. But again, let's try as much as possible to keep our hands to our sides. It's critical that you understand that it's not okay to abuse your family, abuse your children, abuse anyone. It's just isn't okay. And, you know, let's continue to have this discussion about violence within our homes and within our communities. Moving on to a tragic situation that recently happened in Brooklyn. Apparently, no, not in Brooklyn. There's so many crazy things. This one happened in Pennsylvania. Apparently, there was a couple who were high on drugs, one might say, losing their minds, crazed, dumb, stupid, I don't know, whatever adjectives you want to use. But they apparently hang their 3-year-old son up against the wall and tortured and beat this young man. It's a tearjerker to all my viewers out there. It's gut-wrenching, because how can you, as a human being, as a parent, look at your 3-year-old son in his eyes, hear his scream, hear his torture, hear his pain, and beat him? 3 years old. I mean, it is like, what has our world become? Are we such savage beings that life means nothing anymore? 3 years old. I mean, when I saw the picture of this baby, the picture of this child, the picture of this human being, it was so gut-wrenching and heart-wrenching that it gave me chills. Like, people, I'm begging you, whether you might be in Haiti, whether you might be in Jamaica, whether you might be in Hong Kong, if the situation has arrived and you can no longer care for your child, I beg of you to please give that child over to the authorities, find a decent home, do something that could at least give that child a chance of living. Okay? Don't torture our future. Don't torture our young people to death. It is just heart-wrenching. And to think about it, the man's mother came forward and said that my child is a good person, and I can't believe that he did this to this woman's child. I mean, come on. There's no way that you can't tell me as a mother you didn't see this demon before. Okay, you know what's up. You know that your child was crazy. That's why he was able to do such a gut-wrenching, God-forsaken thing to this 3-year-old child. And to the mother of the child who also participated in the act, shame on you. It's just horrible. You mean to tell me that you were able to carry this baby for 9 months, go through morning sickness, go through all the ills of pregnancy, and still, after 3 years, have the nerve and the heart to kill it? Come on, man. It's just too cold. Let's move on. Another topic that's going around, this is like on a better note actually, is that there's a mansion, I think it's priced at $195 million, that's going around. I think it's somewhere in LA, California, United States of America. The mansion is being sold for $195 million. So for all my well-to-do people in Saudi Arabia, if you have, a cool $200 million lying aside, you could get some nice real estate in California. But according to one of the reports that I've heard, the people who could actually afford this is probably like the 0.01% of the population. That means that 99.99% of us cannot afford a $200 million home. So best wishes to the people who are listening that. And I'll end on a note to say this. People, don't matter what's going on in your life, don't forget to take a second, to take a minute, to take care of yourself. It's critical, because if you're not okay, the people around you are not okay. It's just that simple. Always remember to take care of what is critical to you. Know who's your child's teacher. Know what's going on inside your own home. Know what's going on with your bodies. Know what's going on with your health. It's critical that you take care of you. I know that it's easier to love someone else than it is to love yourself. But always remember, when you get up to see another day, that it's God that gave you that breath. And use that time wisely to spread love, to spread cheers, to spread joy. But above all, make sure that you're okay. Because if you're not okay, then there's no way possible the things and the people around you will be okay. Blessings. This is your boy, DJ Troy. Have a wonderful Monday. Peace.